Welcome to this tutorial which will show you how to place a table into a Blogger post. First of all, we'll start with a new post. We'll go to the HTML editor. I've already typed out this code, so I will just paste it in. Just so that we know, starting from the beginning, obviously we have to open the table. Later on, everything we open, we will close. So we open the table first. We then have a table header. We have a table row. The table header, we put a col span of 2. So that's the column span of 2. And we just put any title we want in here. The column span of 2, here's your table row. So you've opened it, you've closed it. You've got the column span of 2 here, because down here you will have 2 separate columns in a table row. You'll have a table data once, you'll have a table data the second time. Okay, this can go in the head. This is not necessarily needed, however, better to keep it with the formalities used by web standards. You then have the table body. Like I said, you have the table row, you have the table data, so that is one cell of information. The other cell, the other table row, the other data that will go into them, the table row again, the 2 sets of data. Close the table row, we close the table body, which was opened here. We then close the table, and now to style. We style this, we have TD for table data, and we tell it to have a padding of 1 pixel. We'll give it a nice border. You can have either solid, you can have dotted here. I will be including the code variabilities here. You have a table, so this is for the outer border. This all naturally goes within the style code. Remember, this is a curly brace, which is next to the P key on the keyboard, so they're next to each other. Remember, they are not just a bracket. Okay, we're just going to give this a name as test. We will now publish this and see what it looks like. Okay, here's the one we've just done now, here. This is one I've done earlier. Obviously you'll want to see how to put the picture in, so I'll show you how to do that now. We can go back here. Okay, we're just editing that post again. We will come into compose for a moment. So down here, anywhere underneath this, if we can get down there. And when you're recording live, it's good that the silly thing won't work. We'll come back here, we'll just go down under the style a little bit, which might allow us to come out underneath when we come in here, which it has. From here, we can just enter the picture. I'll use the same one as the thing I just showed you before, as below. It's just a JPEG I've got called Jim. So I grab that. Open, and place that into the post. Now I can go back into the edit HTML. This is, from this div to the close of the div here, is all the information about that graphic. So if I copy that, copy or cut, maybe better, cut, bring it up here, and so long as it goes in this table data here, so I can just cross out this tested and paste it here. Paste. Now that I've pasted it there, I can go back and save this, and we'll have a look at the post once again. We look at the post, and there's our picture. So therefore, if you wanted to add more pictures, you would just have another table row, table data, and start putting the pictures underneath, then grabbing them and put them in within the table data. So just to go through that again, you just put the picture information down the bottom, cut it, grab it and put it back up within the table data. This table data here is the opening of it. Then you'll come down here, you'll have the closing of it. It's best to put most of this on a separate line. It helps you sort out some things, so we can just put the table down, table row. It's nice to have your code neat, you can read it a lot easier. Your padding here could be a lot better. It could be larger, although you do have the ability to change this. If I show you here in the compose, we can now highlight this and just drag it out. So we can have this look better without actually doing too much to it. Okay, so now we'll post that once again. There's the information you have. Obviously, this Arden's blog talk is the site it's on. If you want to visit, please go visit, and you'll see any notes as I've already done down here underneath. Okay, thank you, and I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial.